Travel Vlog December 1st, 2024, in La Línea de la Concepción. I stayed in city La Línea de la Concepción, Spain 2 nights. I booked a hotel, named as Ohtels Campo De Gibraltar, which was much cheap than any hotels in British Peninsula Gibraltar. 2 nights only cost me $130. The breakfast only cost me €12. Daytime I walked 10 minutes to cross the custom and got into Gibraltar. In Spain, my living spending is low. After visiting Gibraltar 2 days, I spent 2.6 bus fee to another Spanish city. Let me introduce the beautiful city La Línea de la Concepción to you now. La Línea de la Concepción. La Línea de la Concepción, often referred to simply as La Línea, is a municipality of Spain belonging to the province of Cádiz, Andalusia. The city lies on the sandy isthmus, which is part of the eastern flank of the Bay of Gibraltar, and it limits with the Gibraltar, Spain border to the south. La Línea has close economic and social links with the British Overseas Territory of Gibraltar. It is part of the comarca of Campo de Gibraltar. The first dwellings, which date back to the 18th century, were behind the Spanish fortification lines drawn up during the sieges of Gibraltar, which took place during the 18C and 19C wars in Europe. The population of La Línea was a part of the municipality of San Roque until the community was decreed on January 17, 1870 to be a standalone municipality. The people of La Línea have traditionally found work in Gibraltar from the days in the 18th century when Gibraltar was an important naval port. La Línea was, and still is, a supplier of fresh produce from its open and fertile land area, as well as its population supplying workers for the Gibraltar dockyard. This provision stopped with the total closure of the border by the Spanish government between June 9, 1969, and December 15, 1982, because of the dispute between Spain and Britain regarding the sovereignty of Gibraltar. The border was fully reopened on February 5, 1985. La Línea is a major supplier of fruit and vegetables to Gibraltar. Other industries include the manufacture of cork, liquor, and fish paste. It also had an important military garrison with substantial fortifications and a port. Name: segregated from the municipality of San Roque in 1870. The municipality of La Línea. Translation: the line derives its name from the line of contravallation. La Línea de Contravallation, defense structure built after the 1727 siege on Gibraltar. In 1883, it was first recorded under the official name of La Línea de la Concepción. History. This section may contain material not related to the topic of the article. Please help improve this section or discuss this issue on the talk page. September 2021. Learn how and when to remove this message. The War of Spanish Succession and the British occupation of Gibraltar. Topographic map of the bay, showing the lines. Circa 1750. When Charles II died in 1700 without an heir to the crown of Spain, the War of the Spanish Succession broke out between the two main pretenders to the Spanish throne, Philip of Anjou and Charles, Archduke of Austria, later Charles VI of the Holy Roman Empire. Philip was the grandson of Louis XIV of France and had the support of France. Austria, England, and the Netherlands feared an alliance and/or a hypothetical union between the French and Spanish royal houses and so favored the Habsburg Charles. In November 1700, Philip was declared king. The Grand Alliance captured Gibraltar on August 3, 1704, during the War of the Spanish Succession after abortive attempts elsewhere. It was selected for its strategic value, weak garrison, and to encourage the rejection of Philip V, the Bourbon claimant, in favor of Charles III, the Habsburg claimant. Following orders to respect civilians, officers tried to maintain control, but discipline broke down and the men ran amok. After the order was restored, despite the surrender agreement promising property and religious rights, most of the population left with the garrison on August 7, citing loyalty to Philip. Several factors influenced the decision, including the expectation of a counterattack and the violence during the capture, which proved disastrous for the Habsburg cause. The subsequent siege failed to dislodge the Habsburg forces, and the refugees settled around Algeciras and the hermitage of San Roque. In 1711, The British and French governments started secret negotiations to end the
At
war,
last,
leading to the cession of Gibraltar
arriving
to the
by
British
hotel
by the Treaty of Utrecht in 1713.
in
The municipality of San Roque still has as its
La
motto,
Línea,
La muy noble y más leal ciudad de San
in
Roque,
Spanish
donde reside la de
territory.
Gibraltar,
But
the most noble and most loyal city of San Roque, where reside those the people of Gibraltar. The town lands included the area of the modern La Línea de la Concepción. Relations with modern Gibraltar. Dictator Francisco Franco ordered the closure of the border gate with Gibraltar on June 8, 1969, in response to the new Gibraltar Constitution. Many people from La Línea lost their jobs in Gibraltar. The border was reopened on December 15, 1982, with full public access in 1985. In 2010, the People's Party mayor of La Línea, Alejandro Sanchez, attempted to impose a congestion charge on people entering or leaving Gibraltar. In November 2017, APML collective of small businesses started accepting pound sterling as a currency for payment in the town. 2020 British exit from the EU has rendered Gibraltar foreign territory, but Spain retains the status quo, pending further negotiations, with a preliminary agreement to avoid a hard border between Gibraltar and Spain, an agreement which in 2023 continues in negotiation. The Linea Town Council has pleaded for the establishment of the town as a new autonomous community of Spain out of Andalusia, with a similar status to that of Ceuta and Melilla. The Supreme Court sentenced that the measure affects the territorial organization of the state and of the autonomous communities, an extremely delicate matter in which any alteration goes beyond purely local interests, thereby bringing down the initiative. Strongholds of San Carlos, Santa Barbara, and San Felipe, 18th century military buildings, built during the Siege of Gibraltar as part of the so-called Contravallation Line of Gibraltar, a group of fortifications whose goal was to besiege Gibraltar, checking on any UK further expansionist ideas. During the War of Independence, Peninsular War, Spain had initially been allied to France while trying to invade Portugal, but France shortly after turned on its ally, Spain, forcing the Spanish to ally itself with Great Britain and Portugal against Napoleonic France to regain control of Spain from the French. These fortifications were blown up by the British to avoid falling into the hands of France. Currently, the ruins of Fort St. Barbara is in a recovery phase, while the Fort San Felipe remnants have appeared recently. Fort San Carlos does not seem to have left preserved evidence. EU funding was provided in 2023 to La Línea to enable a restoration of the Santa Barbara Fort. Torre Nueva. The Torre Nueva Tower is one of 44 towers of the same characteristics that built along the coast from the River Guaviare to the border with Portugal. All of them were built during the reign of Felipe III, with others located on the Mediterranean coast, from Malaga to Catalonia. These were built to warn the coastal population to the presence of the Berber pirate ships. Smoke signals and bonfires were used to warn of the presence of the pirate ships. At the top of the building, there was always a bundle of dry wood to be burned immediately in case of danger, transmitting the alarm signal to the towers nearby. EU funding was provided in 2023 to La Línea to enable a restoration of the Santa Barbara Fort. Bull Ring. The Bull Ring was built on the old Plaza del Arenal and took 3 years to build and was completed in 1883 with capacity for 6,000 people. It is one of the oldest buildings in La Línea along with the former military command, now the Museo del Istmo I, which are good examples of architecture in Andalusia in the late 19th century. Various fights have taken place in the Bull Ring, including a fight between a lion and a bull in 1887. During the 1970s and 1980s, the upper part of the Bull Ring was unsafe and was demolished. The Bull Ring is now fully restored, and bullfights take place again. It also acts as a venue for music and other events. Luis Ramirez Galuzzo was undoubtedly one of the neighbors of the city with more economic means of the century, and the mayor on several occasions submitted to the council for permission to build on own property a bull ring to celebrate the Spanish festival, other festivals such as acrobatic and other celebrations in the year 1880, the project being led by the provincial architect Adolfo del Castillo, author among other works of the Abastos Market, today Concepcion Market, and the former municipal slaughterhouse now disappeared. Bullfights mark the beginning of the Feria de la Línea, which is celebrated in mid-July, and in recent times, is the only time that a bullfight occurs. Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. The main parish church was built in the 19th century colonial style. Notable features are the 17th century reredos and the image of Saint Mary made by the Andalusian sculptor Luis Ortega Bru. The church became a shrine at the end of 2005. The Church of the Immaculate Conception has 3 naves. The exterior of the building echoes the interior layout, with remarkable simplicity and beauty. Inside the parish church of the Immaculate Conception, there are images of Jesus del Gran Poder and others belonging to 4 religious guilds. The Three Graces. The Three Graces is a monument at the Plaza de la Iglesia that is based on the Greek mythology of the 3 Charites, which represent charm, beauty, and creativity. This work by Nacho Falgueras is based on that by the local painter Jose Cruz Herrera. The recently opened monument is a tribute to the Linense women. Monument Camarón de la Isla. Monument to the Spanish workers in Gibraltar. Work also of Nacho Falgueras. It is a tribute to the thousands of Linenses and Campo Gibraltarinos who spent their lives working in Gibraltar. Because of difficult times in this part of Spain, they crossed the border every day to work and support their families. It is a tribute by the town of La Línea to all those who worked and continue to work in Gibraltar. Monument to Camarón de la Isla. Monument located on the west axis of the city, between the Paseo Marítimo de Poniente and the Casa de la Juventud. It is a historical monument dedicated to the figure of the famous flamenco singer José Monge Cruz, Camarón de la Isla, who lived much of his life in this city. The sculpture is also the work of Nacho Falgueras. Museums. Museo Cruz Herrera. Museum of the Isthmus II. Located at the former military command of the city. Municipal Historical Museum. It stores files documenting the city since 1887. Museo Torino, Bullfighting Museum. It stores a large collection of bullfighting posters, costumes, herds, stamps, photographs of bullfighters, and so on. Composed of 4 rooms and a chapel, Manoleta Hall, El Gordito Hall, Antonio Duarte Pota Lounge, El Marinero Hall, and the Frascuelo Hall. With thousands of photographs, bullfight posters, marking irons, torero costumes, trophies, capes, flags, stocks, etc. With over 50 years of history, it can be considered one of the most important ones in the country. Founder, Jose Cabrera Duarte, a great fan of bullfighting and a keen collector of all kinds. Geography. Beaches. Beachgoers at Playa de Poniente. La Línea has 14 kilometers, 9 miles of beaches, named Playa de Levante, Playa de la Adanara, La Alcaidesa, Playa de la Hacienda, Playa de Poniente, Playa de Santa Barbara, El Burgo Sobrevilla, Portechuelos, Playa de Torrenueva, some of which are awarded each year a Blue Flag Beach Award by the coastal European authorities. In 2007, the beaches of La Alcaidesa and Sobrevilla obtained this recognition.
The mountain in the crowd is Gibraltar's mountain. Gibraltar's mountain. This is a sea, Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea. I live in third floor. Third floor. This is the first floor. 1, 2, 3, third floor. breakfast cost $12. So the $60 one night, not including breakfast. I on my way to Gibraltar. The custom in front of me. The gentleman say the green line. This is parking for the visit, for the travelers get into the Gibraltar. Oh, this house beautiful. Face the Gibraltar. The store totally closed. Looks not good area, huh? Why totally closed? I don't know. Looks not very good. Excuse me, madam. How I get into Gibraltar? I first time to.
Gibraltar?
Yeah.
You have to
Straight here.
And before this building, before it. Right.
Before this building, make a right.
Right. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Thank you. I'm from the United States. I'm from the United States. I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Spanish resident can get inside freely?
Yes, if you've got documents, you can go in.
No, I say is a Spanish resident.
Spanish, yes, they can go in, yes.
They can freely
Yeah, they just have to show the...
show the documents.
Yeah,
Oh, what kind of documents? Is it?
passport,
Oh, passports.
ID.
So this is open for Spanish people.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I should go to inside this. Oh, control passport. Oh. I got the passport control. Oh. You see this mountain? The far away this mountain. This mountain is in Gibraltar. It's Gibraltar's mountain. This circle, the guy told me made a circle on this way. Bus station. This is school. This beautiful view. Oh, this is circle, big circle. You see, have a lot of tree. Have a lot of this looks like a port. Looks like a port. Spanish living cost very low. I take the bus only charge me 2.6 euro. 2.6 euro, very cheap. It's a long distance. so a lot of Americans is Europeans. They in the summer they live here. Avoid the cold weather in North Europe. Also can cut their living spending. It's very good. You see, lot of cargo here. Oh, lot of cargo. This is Mediterranean. I saw the cranes. So this is a port. very tall cranes. This is a port. Very beautiful place. Oh, another circle. You see, another circle. Beautiful circle. Oh. The weather is good, warm, but I still in cold. I haven't totally recovered, but my throat not painful. This good. Just a lot of stuff for my throat. I spit them out. Lot of. This is seaside. This looks like a seaside. Beautiful seaside. Very beautiful, beautiful seaside. Very clean. The city very clean, not so dirty. The house is beautiful, small, like a house, one family house. Oh, I see the bigger cargo. The bigger cargo. Load, unload. You load, unload. King Sushi restaurant. King Sushi, Japanese restaurant. King Sushi. This is a Petrolix. This is a gas station. Gas is not cheaper here. It looks like a $1, 1.3 or 30, 1.4 euro up. A lit. 3.7 let equal a gallon. A gallon. So this is why not so many Europeans use car, because the gas is very expensive. My wife's friend, the couple retired, visited from Netherlands. They say they is so happy. American gas so cheap. They can drive freely. Don't worry the money. Lot lot of circle here, this city.